You know that specific kind of exhaustion that hits around 4:30 p.m. on a Tuesday? The office is quiet, the monitors are humming, and you're trapped in a very modern kind of tug of war. Half of your brain is running on ambition, trying to figure out how to reach the next salary band. The other half is purely running on survival. You spend an hour tweaking bullet points on your resume for a performance review, while simultaneously reading headlines about a new large language model replacing an entire department. It's a jarring friction that makes long-term planning feel impossible. Right now, most professionals are juggling two conflicting questions. How do I get promoted? And is my job safe? Feeling like these two ideas are tearing your career strategy apart makes you observant, not paranoid. It is difficult to plan a route up a ladder when you aren't sure if the ladder is stable. The traditional laws of corporate gravity have broken down. Standard career advice, keep your head down, work hard, and wait your turn, loses its value until we address this paradox directly. Let's start with the desire for a promotion. There is a common narrative that ambition is a trap or that job titles are meaningless, but striving for advancement is a legitimate response to our environment. Career advancement provides stability and societal recognition. When you push for a promotion, you are attempting to secure a more predictable future for yourself and your family. Because this drive is so deeply ingrained, the prospect of AI replacing your role is a threat to both your income and your psychological need for progress. To understand this threat without the alarmism, we have to define what AI actually is in an office setting. It is the ultimate tireless worker. It doesn't get bored or need a break. In tasks involving pulling data from a spreadsheet or summarizing a meeting, the machine will outperform a human every time. It excels at repetitive execution and pure data processing. For a century, we followed the execution standard. The most efficient worker won the race. The rules were simple. You receive a task, execute it flawlessly, your output increases, leading to a promotion. But today, when AI enters the workflow, it executes tasks faster and cheaper. That traditional path shatters because the worker node is no longer the most efficient way to get the job done. If your primary value to your company is the execution of routine tasks, you're competing against a machine that does not sleep. There is a way out of this competition. The strategy to get promoted and the strategy to survive AI have actually merged into a single path. Modern career growth requires a pivot from being an executor to being a human architect. Look at the difference in impact. An executor is like a single gear spinning in isolation. An architect manages the entire system. They link specific technical tasks to the broader organizational health, identifying how a bottleneck in one department affects the bottom line of another. AI lacks this context. It cannot navigate office politics, understand the unstated concerns of a client, or build a strategy out of contradictory human emotions. Adopting the architect mindset addresses both of our core anxieties. It clarifies your value to leadership while creating a level of strategic contribution that software cannot currently replicate. Moving from theory to practice requires focusing on three specific skills that distinguish the architect from the executor. First is AI fluency. This means directing the tools rather than being directed by them. You should be the person who understands how to delegate the repetitive execution work to the machine so you can focus on the results. Second is complex problem solving. Seek out the gray areas, the projects where there is no clear right answer and the data is messy. Algorithms struggle with ambiguity. Humans who can resolve it become highly valuable. The third skill is emotional intelligence. Building consensus and trust are functions of the human architect. While a machine can generate a report, it cannot manufacture the trust required to lead a team through a transition. The future of work will be defined by technical shifts, but your career leverage remains your ability to connect people and ideas. Don't try to outcompute the software. Focus on the systems that the software serves. I want to hear your perspective on this. Which of the two questions from the beginning keeps you up at night more? Are you focused on the promotion, or are you more concerned about the long-term safety of your role? Let's discuss it in the comments.